Hi everybody. So as you know, I've mentioned that I also knit and crochet. I've showed you a few of my crochet things, some things that I worked on, but I thought it'd be kind of fun if I showed you some of the sweaters that I've knitted over the years. I think I'm going to dive back in. I've got like 4 that are underway that I haven't finished, but let me show you some of my finished products and then let me know what you think, and maybe you could tell me about what you're knitting right now. So this is the very first one. Sorry, I'm doing like my porch demonstration out here. This is the first sweater that I knitted. I thought it turned out kind of nice. I did a very simple one from a pattern I got online with some very inexpensive yarn. The funny part is that when I finished it up, it felt really Charlie Brown to me with the stripe. But this was the very first sweater that I made, and it fit okay, and it was kind of fun. This was the next sweater I made. This is a while ago. And as you can see, I was really into doing stripes because I had a bunch of different yarns and was like, oh, let me see how these stripes work out. But I thought this one turned out kind of fun. It's very nice. It's got a good collar that I did. And I like this raglan. I keep doing raglan sweaters because I love doing this raglan. Shoulder, I'd really like to try a different kind of one with a different pattern here, but I haven't done that yet. But this was the second sweater that I made, and I thought it turned out pretty good, learning quite a bit about construction and size and fit. Then I made this one, and I kind of did some more experiments. I followed a pattern that used a garter sleeve up here on the side. I still did the raglan side, I did a slightly different thing. I did this with a cheap yarn because I wanted to practice doing pure, like row after row of colors. And it's okay. It turned out like it fits me fine and I like it. And as you know, when you make your own stuff, sometimes it doesn't turn out perfectly, but you like how it turns out for yourself. This is a cardigan that I made. I like cardigans because one of the things I don't do is put buttons on them. I just use them as pull-on sweaters. But I really liked making a cardigan because it was relatively easy. Everything I do, I knit in the round. And this was really fun to make with this variegated color changing yarn. Again, I love the raglans, but this is another very basic pattern that I did, and I loved this one when it came out. I use this one every winter. Here is the other cardigan that I did not too long ago. I like use these color changing yarns, and I loved this one when I saw it. It's a really nice yarn. Again, I never put buttons on mine because I like to just wear them, and I usually just have them hanging open, but I loved how this one turned out, and I love this color changing yarn. I decided to go a little bit crazy, and I got a Stephen West pattern, and I made this one from one of his patterns I got on Ravelry. I really liked this. The collar is really interesting. I loved it. The pattern was so easy to follow, and it turned out to be so pretty. But I made this one by Stephen West, and I think I've got like 2 or 3 others in progress, but this is one of my favorites that I wear every winter. And here's another one that I made that I like because it's got this really interesting approach where you've got this almost like the top part is multi-colored with this pattern and the bottom part is just one color. But I loved how this one turned out because it's so soft and nice. I loved this and I loved this yarn. But this is the other one that I did around the same time as I did that Stephen West one. And if you looked at my videos earlier, and I've had this posted on my profile, my mom had started this sweater in the 1970s, and I found it in the attic, and all it needed was, I think I had to put the collar on, and I put down the ribbing down here, and I knitted the ribbing on here, and it was finished. And the amazing part was that my mom had been working on this and put it away in the attic for years, and I finished it up maybe about 4 years ago. So my mom didn't even know when she was knitting this that I would end up wearing it. I have some pictures I'll post of when she saw me put it on, but this turned out to be a fun and memorable sweater. That is just a few of the things that I've been knitting. So show me some of what you've done. Let me know what you think of these. I've got a bunch of things I'm working on. I have a crochet one that's got crochet Celtic cables that I'm trying to finish. I have 2 other knitting ones that are on the needles. Let me know what you think. Follow me and I will show you more that I knit over the winter.